Hello and welcome to another Intro to Programming in Database tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be solving one of the assignment problems, assignment number 4 part B, which was about accepting an input from user which will going to be the score and to return the letter grade back to user. So in order to set this thing up, we will going to be needing a couple of labels, one which will going to be telling the user that you should enter score between 0 and 100, and the other one that probably will going to display the letter grade back to user. We're going to be needing two sets of text boxes and a button. So let's do the setup real quick, and then we will going to work around writing the logic behind the scene. Okay, so to get started, here I have a label and a text box. I'm copying and pasting it so that I can create two sets of labels and two sets of text boxes. And here I have a button in between which we're going to calculate. Now I am going to properties just so that I can increase the font size. So now we are changing some of the properties for the label, and then we're going to be changing the name for the text boxes. So text property for the label, the first one will going to be score. And for the label, it will going to, the second one which is label 2, it will going to be the letter grade that will going to be displayed. The button will going to state display letter grade. Let me increase the size of the button, and let me change the names of the text boxes. The first text box I would like to call txt score, and the second text box I would like to call txt grade. And just so that the second text box is read only and the user should be able to see the output but should not be able to change the output, I'm making it read only property set to true. Now let's go. Let me fix the spelling for display here. Okay, now we will going to be writing the program logic for this. Now as far as the assignment is concerned, here's the assignment problem that we're going to be solving. So let me write that out in the comment area so that we know exactly which problem we will going to be solving over here. Okay, so let me comment this out first. So we are taking as an input a score, and our output will going to be the letter grade. That's how basically we have set things up. Now this is the basic program logic that has been given out to us in the structured English format, that if the score is between this, then the letter grade will going to be A. If score is between 80 and 89, then the letter grade will going to be this. And if score is between 70 and 79, then the letter grade will going to be this. And finally, if anything else is entered, the letter grade will going to be an F. So now, on this concept, let's first take an input from the user, which is the score. So let me declare my variables here. I will going to have a variable called score of type double. Then I'm going to have a variable called letter grade of type string. These are the two variables. Score will going to be getting its input from txt score.text. We're going to assign its value to score. And now we will going to move our output statement somewhere over here towards the bottom, that after we are done with computing all the scores, we will going to then display the output to the user. Now let's convert this if condition into an equivalent VB if condition. As we have learned in the earlier tutorials, that whenever we have a between and and combination, it's pretty much about a range. And whenever we talk about a range, it is the same variable that is used on both sides of if conditions. So in this case, we're going to be if score is greater than equal to 90 and score is less than equal to 100. Then, so this will going to be the first set of condition. That will going to be the replacement for this if. So you can very clearly see that between 90 and 100 pretty much mean the value has to be greater than equal to 90 and at the same time has to be less than or equals to 100. So this is one condition. The second condition that we're going to be writing will going to be the else if. Else if that isn't the case, then we would like our score to be greater than equal to 80 and I would say less than 90. The reason I'm doing that so that the values up to 89, 99 are all covered under this score. Similarly, I will going to have my third case, which will going to be if the score is greater than equals to 70 and is less than 80, then it will going to be my C condition, and all other scores will going to be granted in F. So now these are the four sets of conditions I have based on the comments I wrote. So if score is between 80 and 89, if the score is between 70 and 79, and anything other than that will going to be F. So I don't need these comments anymore, so I'm getting rid of them, as I have already built my program logic. Now all I need to do is, if the score is within this range, then the variable letter grade will going to be equivalent to A. Otherwise will going to be equal to B. Otherwise will going to be equal to C. And in all other cases will going to be equal to F. And in order to output this to the screen, we will going to be sending this output in the grade text box and setting it equal to the letter grade. So here I have taken an input from the user in a text box, and that's the score, and we are testing score against four sets of conditions. If any value over 100 or any value below 70 will all going to be considered an F. So let's test this program. So I am running it, and here's my form. So please enter the scores. The score is 90. The letter grade is A. If the score is 101, the letter grade is F because it's over 100. It's not one of the allowed values. Similarly, if the score is 70, it is a C. 87, that's a B. And 55, that should be an F because it's a value less than 70. So any value less than 70, let's say if it's a negative value, if it's a 0, all translates to an F. Any value over 100 also translates to an F because of the else condition. Hope that answers the question. Catch you in the next tutorial. Have a good one.